I'm not on the camera because I'm tracking these wires right here that are plugged into the fuel pump. I've already put all the return lines and the fuel lines for the fuel pump. I've hooked all them up. I have one line that this new fuel pump is different than the old. That's what I was plugging because it's an overflow. Okay, this is the old top off of the old fuel pump, and this part right here is the hose that I plugged, because the new fuel pump, everything's identical except for it don't have this. And I thought I was going to have to replace this top, put this top on the new one, but after I got to looking at it, right here, there's a float. And if you get too much fuel, it pushes it up. And when it pushes it up, it allows the fuel to go in there. Then, since it's under pressure, the fuel will come out. And when it comes out, it goes to the filler tube that goes to the tank. The problem with it, it would leak out on the ground, which can cause a fire hazard at the filling station. So what they've done is they've eliminated this. So now what happens when the fuel gets up here to the maximum level, which is going to be somewhere in, I'd say this, let's see, the float's right there. So the maximum level is going to be somewhere right in there where my finger is. And what's going to happen is when the fuel gets to there, it's just going to stop. You're not going to be able to put any more in. What's going to happen is the filler tank, the filler tank is going to cut the nozzle off at the pump, because it's just not going to allow any more to go in, which is a better situation, because then you're not losing gas out on the ground. This is the bottom half of the old fuel filter, and you can see it's just trashed. It's no good. That's what happens when a vehicle sits and you don't have additive in your fuel and you let it sit for a year or so. Your fuel turns to like a varnish. And then that plugs everything up. The hoses rot. It deteriorates the filter bag, and it just allows all the trash in your tank and in your fuel lines, which I've had to clean all that now. Well, I hope this has been informative to help anyone who might run into a similar situation when they're changing out a fuel pump. Because I've not seen anywhere online where, or even in the instruction manual when you get your new fuel pump, anything about this being eliminated. And I believe this is a fuel pump for, I think, 2005 through 2009, but don't on a Kia Rio, but don't hold me to that. It could be 2004 to 2007, but I'm not exactly sure, and I don't want to look it up right now. I'm just informing you to let you know that you don't need this. So don't get too excited if you don't get this exact fuel pump. So That's all I have. And if you would, please hit like and subscribe.